Welcome everyone to a new video, and today I'm going to kind of go through the Fyrakk fight on Heroic with my BM Hunter. This is not a guide per se, but I'm just going to talk about what was going through my head through this fight, and maybe possibly help you guys out and see if I could give some tips and tricks for you or whatever. But as far as this fight goes, we're going to react to it and just talk about it and have some fun with it. Finally got Fyrakk down on Sunday, December 3rd, and it was a great fight. I had a lot of progression on Friday, actually Saturday. Friday I started. It was kind of hard to get into a group because I was still my Raider IO didn't update, and I was still sitting at 7 out of 9 kills. But I did kill Tindril on Friday. That was an easy fight. And on Saturday, I was just progressing through Fyrakk the entire time. And as far as Fyrakk heroic pulls go, I only have 37 pulls. And if you want to know what my talent build was, I went with single target. And I know that we needed the AoE damage for phase 2 with the ads, but I decided not to run AoE abilities because I just wanted to focus on Fyrakk, just because majority of the fight is just him, right? So I sacrificed AoE and I went ahead and did that. So my talent build will be in the description down below if you're interested in seeing what I ended up doing. So here we go. We're going to play the video here and the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so let's see here. They wanted to start on the left side and kind of drag them down before we were starting on the right side and going in the middle, then back on the left, and then way back to the right. So it didn't make sense. This transition felt a lot better. And obviously I'm trying to keep my frenzy up by just using barb shot as much as I can. I just spam the hell out of that, and also spam kill command as much as I can with Bestial Wrath. And I was running with Spirit Beast so I can have that extra health on me. It's not too much health, but I do have a macro where I can do the self heal just to keep myself topped off and make sure that my passive on the ring, which is I think the blue silken ability or something with the craft, I make sure just to keep that up at all times. And with the lines, just making sure that I get the hell out of the way. And I use disengage a lot. That ability, I've heard a lot of, or seen a lot of hunters that don't use this ability for some reason. Disengage is on my main bar because it saves me so much, and I get that nice little boost of speed. But yeah, anytime I had a line, I tried to back out as much as I can. I know they were telling people to just stand still, but I was just trying to get the hell out of the way just to have one less line for my group to deal with. And I felt like that was something I wanted to do for the group. And here is incoming phase 2 with the drop. And before this pull, I kept pushing with Turtle and using Cheetah to kill some of the orbs or alleviate some of that pressure for my team. And as far as my team goes, this is a random group. I went into this group completely not knowing anyone here. So I left my guild and I ended up just, because they were just not that serious when it came to this heroic run this week. So I just got tired of that and I wanted to progress a little further. But yeah, one of the healers mentioned to me that you should just focus on DPS. Don't do that. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to focus on doing that. And we managed to get through the phases a lot quicker and moving on to the ads here, which is very nice. And now one of the things you want to consider is when you have these lines, you don't want to touch the spirits of Kaldori because you will end up making them a screaming soul. And it just causes more stress on the team. As you can see there, we killed that one pretty quickly. Everyone noticed it right away. and the lines get a little bit difficult. You have to, it's very difficult because you have to make sure you don't stand on a swirly while you have the line and not standing in someone else's line. And you just got to be very careful with that placement, because some people move because another line's on top of them, so they're forced to move, because that would end up almost killing you. That line, double lines, might kill you on heroic. And here we go with the Screaming Souls. I didn't do so well here, but as you can see, as my damage, I was top 5 or top 3 for the most part, but the AoEs where I kind of failed there. I'm already dropping to 3rd in DPS because I didn't have AoE ability. I'm just sitting there trying to kill one. This is the part where I get a little bit lost, because I'm like, damn, what should I do? Should I just focus on one or what? Like, but as we kept progressing, I just said, screw it. I'm just going to try to focus on one and not get worried about the rest of them. Like, I was worried to drop barb shot on multiple enemies, but I was like, you know what, let me just focus on one, just to make it easier for my mind and for myself. And now we're back on Fyrakk, doing the greater fires. Again, you got to watch those damn swirlies and the lines. It gets crazy. I was so dialed in here. It was tough, man. It's tough after you do so many pulls. I mean, I've only done 37, right? But I was just very eager to get this guy down, because I know I could do this fight. I know I'm capable of understanding what to do and how to do it. And I kind of moved back with that line because I saw the souls coming in, so I wanted to move out. Here I go again with these ads. Single target, pretty bad. I think I should just stick with AoE next time and not worry about the single target. I think if we just even out everything as far as like damage goes, that makes more sense, instead of just trying to do the single target, which was my thinking, was like, most of the fight's Fyrakk, so we should just stick to that. But as far as Mythic Plus goes, I do have a combination of like AoE and single target, and it works very well, and I still outshine most of DPS in those groups. But yeah, I lost a lot of DPS because of those ads and ended up going down further. But yeah, as we reach to 40% is where it gets a little bit tricky, and I made one big mistake here. And this is where I got really nervous. I was like, we're almost there. We just have to push through. And I got so damn nervous here. 39%. We pop lust, and I'm punching everything I can. Now, as far as trinkets go, I do have pips, and I have the fractured time thing from whatever. But here it gets crazy, because he's dropping swirlies. We're getting lines. If you have a seed, you cannot get on fire, or else you'll end up screwing up the seed. So you could see that guy drop the seed because he was on fire and moved out of the way. I ended up picking up the seed, and I end up getting a line, and I drop it right away, right before, and then I end up killing myself because of one of the tornadoes. I was gonna hit accept on that resurrect, but I saw that he was pushing apocalypse, and after he finishes it, I ended up accepting the B res there. But I'm kind of glad I did. I think that's what saved us right there, because they needed that seed, and I feel like someone ends up losing a seed here, or both seeds, because we only have 3 left. And we're down to 18, and I make a big mistake here where I completely forgot. Someone messes up there, doesn't drop the seed, and it's like just radiating all this damage, and I completely forgot about the shield. And as you can see, 2 people dropped seeds. So that was a mistake. And I'm sitting there screaming, cheering them on. They can't hear me. I was streaming or recording or whatever the hell I was doing. But yeah, I made a mistake, and that kind of threw me off, was that seed. I'm like, damn, we lost the seed, and I kind of tried to stay alive, and I completely forgot about the apocalypse pushback. But there's no seed. He's about to do pushback in 3 seconds. And this is the most clutch thing right here. Everyone's just getting ready. And a few, I don't even know how they survive that. That's usually like the end all be all, right? That it's tough. And they end up getting the kill because of that. So it sucks that I kind of got carried there towards the end, and I really didn't want to, but I did my best. I did my best, and we got the head of the curve achievement with the mount. So very happy about that. And I was losing my mind. I was just like screaming like, yeah, we did it and finally got it, etc. So as far as loot goes, nothing dropped for me that I could use personally. There was some flame warp curios, and I did not roll a good number, so I ended up losing those. But yeah, that is the fight, guys. Let me know what you think of this video. Just wanted to kind of talk about the fight in general and show you how I did it, and maybe give you some tips and tricks. But yeah, as far as, I'm going to pause this video here. Now, as far as my abilities go, on my main bar, and I use an MMO mouse that has like, you know, the 10 buttons on the side or whatever. This is Red Dragon, but this is what I primarily use. And then I have some keybinds on my keyboard. Nothing too serious, but as far as like my main abilities go, I have obviously Cobra Shot. I have let's see, Dire Beast, Kill Command, Bestial Wrath, Barb Shot, Call of the Wild. And then as far as my 8 button goes, I have one of my trinkets. So I just make sure, and the reason why I have it there is just keeping them together. For my mind, it helps knowing that, okay, Call of the Wild is up and my trinket is up. And I make sure to align those two to output the most DPS I can. And I have Bloodshed too. So I try to align those abilities along with Bestial Wrath, make sure my 3 stacks of Frenzy are up, and go from there. And I do have Turtle on there as well to make sure I stay alive and do some clutch plays there with Turtle. But there you have it, guys. Let me know in the comment section how I did. I know I didn't do so great, but you know, I'm just an amateur. I'm just having fun. No big deal. It's whatever. But any pointers you can give me or any tips, please leave them in the comment section down below. So that way, moving forward, as I pug up in these different groups, I can apply those tips and tricks to my setup and kick ass. So there you have it. Peace.